Kind of looks like it might rain after a while. Really not a bad day here in central Iowa, although it does look like some rain might be coming. Clouds are rolling by. It's supposed to rain today pretty much all afternoon, I believe. Right now it is about 80 degrees and really pretty comfortable out, a little humid, but other than that, not a bad day so far. So just a quick little update. I'll give you another update on the Saginaw pump. Still going good, no issues whatsoever. Quiet, steering lighter. I still no complaints with that and highly recommend it. I did have someone last night, it was pretty late last night actually, they commented that they had went and they had bought everything they need to do that conversion. However, they went to Napa and got a power steering line, and he gave me the part number. So I did a little cross-referencing, and it's not the same hose that I got. Apparently there's a couple different hoses for that E150 van for the high pressure hose. So I did give him the cross-reference part number of what I used. Although looking at them on the pictures, it looked like either hose ought to work if you cut it off after that first bend and do a little double flare on it like I did. However, really it's just going to take you mocking it up in the truck and doing that wherever you think it needs to be done. What I did worked on mine, should work on others, but maybe not necessarily. And if I would happen to have a problem with mine down the road, I don't need everyone blaming me for the same problem on their truck. Now, I bought my power steering hose from O'Reilly's, and this is the part number for the hose that I used. 71846, which at O'Reilly's it's sold under their name of Master Pro, but I believe that is actually made by Edelman, and 71846 is their part number as well. So either one of those should work, and you can cross-reference that over to Napa's part numbers or any other store for that matter. So I'm not doing any work on the truck today. I'm not doing a whole lot of anything today. I have been busy with some other things. One is you probably saw this camper sitting out here when I came into the shop. Also, I commented a few videos ago that I may have something rather big coming to the channel. I've been in some talks with some people, and I actually about just gave up on it because I hadn't been hearing anything back from them. And then out of the blue yesterday I got an email, and I think I'll be talking to them either later on today, possibly tomorrow. They have an idea on something they would like to bounce off of me, and it should be pretty good, I believe. Something else that I've been doing is I have been looking for a new project truck. I just started that a couple of days ago. Not for certain what I'm going to get. It's going to be another Ford truck. It's going to be a pre-97 truck. I've been looking at, actually I was looking at a 1977 Ford truck. However, they did tell me the engine was starting to get a little worn down, and I'm just not looking to put a new engine in anything right now. Also, I have my eye on an 83 bullnose. There's also I think it's an 89 brick nose that I've been looking at, and someone just contacted me that they have, I think it was an 88, but it's only two-wheel drive, which I have some thoughts about that. I'd rather get something that's four-wheel drive, but I'll take a look at anything, and we could always do a four-wheel drive conversion. When I get a new project truck, buying any truck around here pretty much is going to need some body work. Rust is a horrible thing around here since they use salt on the roads in the wintertime. So probably doing body work, paint, minor mechanical issues, and hopefully be having a lot of fun with this truck. So as far as this camper that I have in here, I had to take this tire off yesterday. It's kind of cut up around the edge there, up here. It was completely flat, wouldn't hold air. I had a spare tire. It was down on the other side in the old shop, and I put that spare tire on it, pumped it up, and brought it over here. Not sure how good you're going to be able to see everything. What this is a 1969, no, it's not brand new. It is a 1969 Apache Ramada. which in its day was a pretty nice camper. She's 20 feet long when fully opened up. And really, it's kind of neat the way this goes up and down. I'm not going to show that right now, but you crank it. There's a place to crank here on either end, right there. One on this end, one on that end. You can crank it from either end. And as you crank it, the canvas, of course, is folded inside. And when you crank it, the top goes up and the beds crank out. I think on a lot of the newer ones, well, the newer ones are probably electric, but ones before that, I believe you would crank the top up and then you would manually pull the beds out. These come out at the same time as the top goes up. Kind of cool to see. I just heard the wind pick up out here, and I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but there's rain right over there. Getting back to this, it does have dual propane tanks up front. And like I said, in its day, I think it was a pretty nice camper, and for being as old as it is, it's in pretty good shape. Everything's all original. One thing about these old Apache campers is they have a little bit of a collector following. Odd but true, Apache is no longer in business. However, you can still buy, I think, almost any part that is on these old Apache campers, including the canvas. They still have patterns on the canvas, and there's a company that actually makes new canvas. This is the original canvas. It does have a couple of spots in it. So inside this, really the only thing it doesn't have is air conditioning. And I'm not sure how good you're going to be able to see in here. I do have a flashlight. As you can see, the couches, which there's one there, one over here, and a bigger one over here. They all have the wonderful late 60s, 70s gold brown colors. Don't have the mattresses for the beds anymore. They got wet one time down in the basement when we had a lot of rain. They were leaning up against the wall and got wet. We've just used air mattresses. These are actually pretty good sized beds on either end. I haven't really used this camper a whole lot, maybe a total of 10 times, maybe. I got it off of a guy that borrowed it from the original owner, and the original owner never really used it very much. This other guy borrowed it, called the owner, he was done with it, ready to bring it back, and he told him to keep it. So he had it for, I think, 5 or 6 years, something like that, out back of his house. And when I was about 18 or so, we made a deal and I got it off of him. Used it a few times, and it has been sitting on the far end of the old shop for many, many years now. I've got it out a few times for the kids to play in, like if they have a friend overnight or something like that. They stay out in the camper, I'll pull it up by the house. You can run a TV and DVD and that kind of stuff out here. But it really isn't too bad. It does have an electric hookup. As far as electric, I think it's only got this one outlet in it over here. There's a water tank under this seat with the sink, which you use a hand pump. You could probably hook up an electric pump to it. Couple cans of old baked beans under the sink still. And I really doubt those are any good. Then over here, got a drawer, ice box under there, propane heater, and it actually has a stove. We have used the stove for like making eggs and bacon and that kinds of stuff, but it also has an oven. And I don't think it's ever been used. The tops for the stove are in there. But I mean, how many people go bake when they are camping? There's supposed to be a table that you can set up down here, and I'm not sure what happened to it. We used to have it, but never used it because it just takes up all that space with a table in there. And when we go camping, we're usually sitting outside around the fire or something anyway, unless it rains, like it is doing right now. It decided it's gonna rain. So I have this old camper set up, letting it air out. I haven't had it open in a few years, so I thought I'd open it up, get it aired out. Wasn't bad inside at all. No mice or anything had gotten into it, never have. And since I don't use said camper, I'm trying to sell it. Well, actually what I'd like to do is trade it for a project truck. I did a little research on these campers, and the high-end value on one of these is $1,650. Low end is $750. Average, they say, is about $900. I think for being 48 years old, I'd put it at above average. It's not like new, but it's in pretty good shape. So that's what I would like to do, is I would like to trade this for a project truck of some kind. See if there's anybody out there that has an old truck just sitting around that they would just as soon get rid of. Maybe they're looking for a camper. More though, I've had some people ask me what I want cash price wise on that, and I've given them the numbers. Some don't seem too bad with it, others think it's way too much. I do have a guy that is going to talk it over with his wife, and he's going to be getting back to me here pretty soon. And that two-wheel drive 88 F250, that would be a trade on this camper as well. I'd get more use out of the truck, however, I'd rather have a four-wheel drive than two-wheel drive. It's a 3/4 ton truck, and if it has a 460 in it, I may consider it. 465 speed, I would consider it even more, although in 88 though, I think they only had the 4-speed. Not sure how good you can see it, but we're having a nice little rain right now. Not sure how long it's gonna last, but we really needed some rain. It could rain like this all day, and it probably wouldn't be enough. Another thing, I haven't received anything in my P.O. box as far as license plates or anything else. I haven't gotten any alerts since I renewed my P.O. box here a month or so ago. So if anyone has sent anything, you might comment down below and maybe I'll need to go check, because if anything has arrived, they haven't let me know. Hopefully I'm getting a new project truck in the very near future, and we'll start getting to work on that. Also, being in talks with these other people, I really can't say what that is all about at the current time. Well, I probably can, I mean I could, but I'm not real sure if I should. Hopefully that will be some good content and worth the wait. My sign does work. I unplugged it the other day. I had to charge up a battery and unplugged it, forgot to plug it back in. So anyway, just a quick little update on what's going on here at the Fox Shop. Not a whole lot at the moment. Been doing a lot of thinking, planning, that type of thing. There are going to be some good things coming up. So give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.